What's going on, guys? It's Mike Shani back here with a 50-mile update on the Miles board. Oh man.
You look like a dad that just wants his kid to have fun, Micah.
So something that happened to me is that my battery when I was running on campus all of a sudden decided to stop. So I was like, okay, this is really weird. It gave me a chance to push skate. And so one of their big things about the Miles board is that since it's a brushless hub motor in the wheel, you can push skate it. So riding it on campus, I realized that it still has some lag to it. It's like a really crappy bearing almost kind of feeling on a cheaper skateboard. And so it is pushable, but with the backpack on and for commuting, it's not like the best. That's just in general. It rides good enough if you want to push it, but it's not great. So you definitely want to make sure that your board's charged all the way. In my case, the battery just stopped on me, and I actually had to go through and warranty the battery, which was kind of a pain in the butt. Luckily, I didn't have to send in my whole board. They let me just take out the battery. So all you had to do was undo these hex screws on the grip tape, take the grip tape out, and then I was able to pop out the battery and just mail that in. And so since I'm in Georgia and I had to send it all the way to San Diego, California, it took a couple days to get there. And then once they had it, they said it was going to be about 24 hours for their mechanic to assess the problem. I tracked the package, it got there. They've had it for about 3 or so days before they got back to me, and I had to call them to ask what was going on with the battery. They ended up just replacing it as a warranty, and I believe that most of that has to do with the fact that the battery, since I was dropping the board constantly on the ground, it kind of rattled it up, and I looked at the battery, it kind of expanded a little bit. So my guess is that there should be a little more padding inside of it. So in a future update, I might do a little modification and be able to wrap the battery in some sort of foam, or at least a sheet of some sort of fabric to keep it from constant connection with the hardcore carbon. All right, Gina, so you just did a couple test runs, and you've done this before, so you're not like an professional or anything, but you're getting the hang of it really well. So what are your thoughts on the Miles board?
I think it's pretty awesome. It's cool that I've never been able to actually ride a skateboard before, but it's really easy to pick up on, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. So that goes to show anyone that it's not that hard to ride an electric skateboard, and the Miles board, being that it's smaller, it doesn't seem quite as intense as maybe one of those bigger boards out there. And because it does have that eco mode where you can throw it in, it makes it very easy to ride. Yeah. So for anyone learning, it's an excellent board. Would you say it's pretty good around campus? You know, you can throw it in between seats and chairs and stuff. You don't have to have something big, long board with you.
Oh yeah, this is awesome. A lot of our campuses, it's like a half a mile to class from the parking deck, so this is perfect.
Yeah, it's easy to get there. It takes like 5 minutes. I can tell you that when I didn't have my board because of the warranty issue with the battery, it took me an extra 15 minutes just to get the class, and that would be time that could be used for studying, for chilling, for eating, for anything in college life. So definitely pick one of these up if you're on campus anywhere. It doesn't matter where you are, as long as it's not going to be completely snowy or rainy where you're at and you've got decent weather. This is an amazing board to ride around. A few couple things about the board that I've done so far. I've got some likes and I got some dislikes with the board. First off, you're probably noticing that I have replaced the front truck with actually a 50 caliber longboard truck off my longboard, whereas I kept the back one the same, mainly because it's going to be possible to fit one, since the hubs and the motors make it a difficult size. It's almost a custom truck, so there's no way to replace that. Other than that, the board's been handling pretty well. Grip tape looks decent. You can tell it's been used, and yes, I have done it in wet conditions, kind of muddy-ish stuff. Also, since it was carbon, one of my main concerns with the board would be the fact that the tail can get messed up pretty easily, and as you can see there, after some wear and tear and just dropping the board, it did seem to mess up a little bit. You can kind of see the inside of it. So I recommend being careful with laying the board down and not using the kick tail too much on hard ground, because it can scratch the carbon, and as you can see right here, it's actually gone through it a little bit, but it's still holding together really well.
Alright guys, so if you enjoyed that video today, make sure to like and subscribe. And also, if you're in the mood or in the marketplace to be buying a Miles board, I've got a code on the description. So you look at that and it'll give you 10% off of your purchase order. So that really benefits me because that gets me one step closer to being able to attain a Miles single head motor board so I can use it if I want to have friends that want to go ride, and also do an update video on that one for you guys. So if you want to do that, just let me know. You can use it instantly. It does it automatically. The link should take you there, or you can use my code. Anyway, thanks guys. Catch y'all later.